Hi friends, first of all I want to wish you a very happy Diwali. On this good day, I wish you all the success in your UPSC exam and other things. So you clear your UPSC examination this year, this attempt itself, and also other endeavors which you want to achieve. So friends, without wasting much time, let us enter into the discussions today. So as we have discussed earlier, before हम जो सोचा था that I will use two terms. One is M for mains, for your mains exam, and one is P, it means for prelims. So ये document में wherever P is written it is for prelims, like this one. Wherever M is written it is for main. So जब भी आप रिविज़न करना चाहते हो तो जब प्रीलिम रिलेटेड में पढ़ना चाहते हो तो P का थिंग्स रिफ़र करना, रीड करना जल्दी जल्दी. और when you want to read M, when you want to read it for mains, so M जो जिधर M लिखा है उस पर ऊपर फोकस करना. Okay, let us go into the discussion. So first topic है इधर, it is criminalization of politics. Right, it is very important topics in UPSC examination because every now and then there is some report or some issue will come, so this criminalization of politics will come in news again and again. So अभी context क्या है? So context very important है क्योंकि when you know the context you can use it for your mains introduction, or this context itself is useful to solve UPSC prelims MCQs. I will tell you how we can do it as we go into the discussion. So in this particular topic, criminalization of politics, the context is, there is some NGO which is Association for Democratic Reforms. Okay, the name is ADR. It is very popular, you should remember this name. Okay, Association for Democratic Reforms. So हाल ही में इसका एक रिपोर्ट आ गया, like it published a report in which 47% of Indian ministers, मे बी चाहे वो स्टेट का हो या सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, दे हैव क्रिमिनल केसेस अगेंस्ट देम सेल्फ. मतलब वो डिक्लेयर किया है उनके ऊपर जो क्रिमिनल केसेस है इन देयर इलेक्शन एफिडेविट्स. सो दिस इज़ ए न्यूज़. सो दिस थिंग यू कैन यूज एज योर मेन्स इंट्रोडक्शन. वेन एवर क्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स क्वेश्चन कम, यू जस्ट कोट दिस रिपोर्ट बाय दिस पर्टिकुलर बॉडी एंड दिस डाटा, देन आपका मेन्स का इंट्रोडक्शन डन. इट इज़ मेजरली फॉर मेन्स. ओके, ये हो गया, कंटेक्स्ट हो गया. देन अनदर वन, first we have to know what is criminalization of politics in simple terms. Criminalization of politics is self-explanatory. इसका मतलब है whoever person have some criminal cases against them, they are entering into politics. मतलब either they became MPs or MLA, or they are contesting as an MP or MLA or any local bodies also. It is called as criminalization of politics. Right. So इसमें now we will going to see our mains, because here I segregated it for your benefit. So wherever I write it M, it is for your mains. Okay, so for any issue, particularly in polity or any other, there are 3-4 things you should know from mains point of view. One is causes, what are the causes for it, and what is the consequences. What is the consequences for it, what government is doing, and what should be done, what are the measures we need to take. If it is a positive one, how to improve it, and if it is a negative one, pardon me for my writing, if it is a negative one, how we have to reduce it. Right, these 4 things are very important for your mains purpose. So see here, if there is a criminalization of politics is there, इसका मतलब there should be some causes for it. Right, कुछ तो causes होना है, then only criminalization of politics still exist in our country. So क्या है वो? First है politico criminal nexus. इसका सिंपल मीनिंग है दैट पॉलिटिशियंस एंड क्रिमिनल्स हैव सम म्यूचुअल बेनिफिट्स, सो दे वर्क टुगेदर allegedly. It means that political people want muzzle power of the criminals, and the criminal wants immunity from the cases and other things from politicians. So because of these things, there is a vicious cycle of mutual benefit is creating in between them. Right, here words are important, politico criminal nexus and vicious cycle of mutual benefit. This will enhance your आंसर क्वालिटी. राइट, देन इसमें और एक इम्पॉर्टेंट है, ये प्रीलिम्स के लिए भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है, वो है आपका वोहरा कमिटी. सिंपली यू कैन कोट इन दिस टॉपिक जस्ट वोहरा कमिटी रिपोर्ट ऑन नेक्सस ऑफ पॉलिटिशियंस, क्रिमिनल्स एंड ब्यूरोक्रेट्स. दैट्स इट. प्रीलिम्स में भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, वोहरा कमिटी इज अबाउट व्हाट. राइट, सो दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स. सो वन कॉज इज पॉलिटिको क्रिमिनल नेक्सस, एंड व्हाट इज अनदर कॉज. नॉर्मली पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज है ना, they want to give ticket to the people who can get them some seats. Right, so अभी जो बंदा है जो क्रिमिनल क्रिमिनल एंटीसीडेंट्स है, मतलब क्रिमिनल केस है उनके ऊपर, इट वॉज मोस्टली सीन दैट दे हैव मनी एंड मजिल पावर, राइट. एक तो वो है. एंड अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट इधर डाटा है, सेम वही एडीआर, एसोसिएशन फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक रिफॉर्म्स का एक डाटा है. द पर्सन हु हैज़ द क्रिमिनल केसेस, उनका विनिंग का चांसेस है 15.3%, पर जो बंदा विदाउट एनी क्रिमिनल केसेस, उनका विनिंग का चांस है 4.4%. इसका मतलब इसका विनिंग चांस किसका ज़्यादा है, जो पर्सन हु हैज़ क्रिमिनल केसेस. सो इसके वजह से सम ऑफ द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज गिव टिकट्स, सम ऑफ द टिकट्स टू दिस पीपल विथ क्रिमिनल चार्जेस. ये है हमारा सेकंड थिंग. एंड थर्ड वन, हमको पता है दैट ईयर एंड ईयर वी सी द रिपोर्ट्स जहाँ द कास्ट ऑफ इलेक्शंस इज इंक्रीजिंग एवरी ईयर. मतलब 2019 का इलेक्शन में एक रिपोर्ट आया कि 60,000 crores हुआ इलेक्शन में, एंड 2024 में इलेक्शन का कास्ट हुआ अराउंड 1 lakh crore. सो फ्रॉम वेयर दिस मनी इज कमिंग फ्रॉम? वन ऑफ द मेजर सोर्स इज ब्लैक मनी, as told by government and other important bodies. One of the sources is black money. So these people with criminal antecedents and these people have that black money, so it is funding the elections. It is another reason. And one more reason is slow justice system. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब है, एक तो है trials are delayed, मतलब एक ही केस it will run for years and years and years. One is that one. Another one है conviction rate is low. इसका मतलब है, for example, 100 MPs and MLAs candidates are the people have 100 cases against them. 100 people there are cases, then hardly 2 to 3% of people are getting jail terms. इसका मतलब है जो भी 99, 95, 97% of the people are not getting punishment. So because of this also parties give tickets to these people. So they are some of the reasons. One more reason है identity politics. India में, like we know that in some of the cases caste and religion play a dominant role in elections. So because of their identity also this criminalization of politics exists. So एक तो हो गया causes. So we have to know consequences also, right? If you see the mains questions, the questions will come, what are the causes for this thing and what are its consequences, right? So we have to know what is its consequences. So if there is criminalization of politics, more and more people with criminal cases entering into politics, तो नॉर्मली क्या हो जाएगा? एक तो है लॉस ऑफ क्रेडिबिलिटी. इसका मतलब द पीपल्स रेस्पेक्ट ऑन पॉलिटिक्स विल कम डाउन. लाइक आप ही सोचो दैट डू यू गिव रेस्पेक्ट टू द पीपल हु आर हैविंग क्रिमिनल चार्जेस? वी डोंट जनरली डोंट, राइट? सो इट इज़ लॉस ऑफ क्रेडिबिलिटी. एंड अनदर है लॉ ब्रेकर्स बिकमिंग लॉ मेकर्स. इसका मतलब बिफोर उनके ऊपर केसेस है, but now they become MPs, MLAs and they are making law. It's a paradox, right? And another one है unfair electoral process. क्योंकि जो people with criminal cases and these things, they have money power and muscle power, and other people have disadvantage over here. So इसके वजह से क्या हो रहा है? unfair electoral process, मतलब level playing field नहीं है इधर, right? level playing field नहीं है. Then another reason है institutionalization of corruption. Why? अभी एक पर्सन विथ क्रिमिनल चार्जेस, दे आर इन्वॉल्विंग इन करप्शन और समथिंग, एंड दे आर यूजिंग दैट मनी टू विन द इलेक्शंस, सो दैट इट बिकमिंग ए लूप. सो इसकी वजह से करप्शन इज नॉट गोइंग टू एंड इफ दिस कंटिन्यूस, राइट? दीज आर द सम ऑफ द रीजन्स फॉर सम ऑफ द इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ क्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स, राइट? अभी वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग वी आर गोइंग टू सी ये है कि जो भी पार्टी का क्वेश्चन है ना, इसमें ये है that one you have to definitely mention, एक तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रिलेटेड आर्टिकल्स आप मेंशन करना ही पड़ेगा. इसके अलावा लीगल प्रोविजंस, इसका मतलब कोई एक्ट में कुछ रूल है या ऐसे रिलेटेड थिंग्स आप मेंशन करना है. और इसके साथ साथ यू हैव टू मेंशन सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट्स. सो दिस 3 things are very very important value additions for your mains purpose, and also some of them can be asked for your prelims. So let us see here. So please excuse me for the cracker sound, because today you know it is Diwali and outside the people are enjoying Diwali, so please excuse those sounds. So here you can see that I have written prelims P and M. It means that it is important for your prelims as well as your mains. Let us see how. One is this Representation of People Act 1951. This is very very important one. Sooner I will make a particular video only for this, because it is a mains repetitive topic, and also it is repeatedly coming in your prelims also. Let us focus on our respective topic, right? इसमें 2 सेक्शंस है विच वी हैव टू नो पर्टिकुलरली फॉर क्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स. एक तो है सेक्शन 8. सो सेक्शन 8 में इट वाज गिवन दैट कि डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन होगा जब एक MP और MLA got a jail sentence of 2 or more years. 2 or more years, if a MP or MLA got jail sentence, then immediately he will get disqualified. मतलब इवन वो अपील करेगा हाई कोर्ट में, स्टिल ही विल बी डिस्क्वालिफाइड इमीडिएटली. राइट, एक तो ये है सेक्शन, ये इसका सेक्शन क्या है, सेक्शन 8. राइट, अनदर है दैट इज सेक्शन 11. सो व्हाट विल हैपन इन सेक्शन 11? बिफोर दिस यू हैव टू नो वन मोर फैक्ट. द फैक्ट इज दैट अभी मैं बोला ना 2 or more years jail sentence if it got to some person, then he will be disqualified from his position. But till how much time this disqualification will continue? इसका है रूल है जेल सेंटेंस. इट इज़, बट इफ़ यू ऑब्जर्व इट इज़ जेल सेंटेंस प्लस 6 years. इसका मतलब इफ़ ए पर्सन को 3 years जेल हुआ, उसका मतलब 3 years के बाद व्हेन ही रिलीज, उसके बाद 6 years तक ही शुड नॉट कंटेस्ट एनी इलेक्शंस. सो दिस इज डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन. सो व्हाट सेक्शन 11 इज टेलिंग, इधर देखो आप अभी. सो सेक्शन 11 टेल दैट कि जो इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया है, इट हैज़ ए पावर टू रिमूव और रिड्यूस दिस पीरियड ऑफ डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन. दैट इज दिस 6 years इज देयर ना. इसको इलेक्शन कमीशन आइदर इट कैन कम्प्लीटली रिमूव और इट कैन रिड्यूस. इसमें एक एग्जाम्पल है. इन 2019 there is a politician called Prem Singh Tamang. He is a CM candidate of one of the northeastern states. So he is facing same this 6 years disqualification problem. So Supreme Court has Election Commission of India has substantially reduced that period time. So this you can quote as an example, right? So next one, and also you have to know the recent issues because contemporary relevance you have to put. The next one is the recent 130th Constitutional Amendment Bill. ये अभी भी एक्ट ना हुआ, but it is still bill. You have to know 130th Constitutional Amendment Bill. What it is telling? It says that if a minister can be normal minister या chief minister, prime minister, 30 consecutive days. इधर आप observe करो. Consecutive मतलब continuously. If a person go to jail for 5 days, then come back, then again 5 days, then come back, it is not counted. 30 days continuously he should be in jail. So if a person is continuously in jail, minister is detained, and जो भी crime इसके ऊपर है, मतलब crime का allegation है उसके ऊपर, if it is confirmed, if it sentences 5 or more years, then उसको minister का post से remove किया जाएगा. Right, ये recent amendment है, amendment bill है, so we have to know this. Right, so this is also prelims. These both are important for your prelims and mains examination. Right, another one है, another crucial thing is judicial pronouncement. इसका मतलब सिंपल टर्म्स में सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जजमेंट्स. व्हाट आर द इंपॉर्टेंट सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट्स? राइट, इसमें देखो, इसमें 3 इंपॉर्टेंट जजमेंट्स है. वन इज एसोसिएशन फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक रिफॉर्म 2002, लिली थॉमस एंड पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट फाउंडेशन. ये तीनों में लिली थॉमस इज़ वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज आप जब भी न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ोगे ऑन दिस टॉपिक, लिली थॉमस केस विल बी रेफर्ड इन इट. लिली थॉमस केस 2013. इसका मतलब ये है, जस्ट नाउ मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन किया सेक्शन 8. इस लिली थॉमस केस में ये बोला गया सुप्रीम कोर्ट कि इफ़ ए सिटिंग लेजिस्लेटर मतलब MP और MLA कन्विक्टेड फॉर 2 or more years, देन इमीडिएटली इसका डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन होगा. मतलब इवन ही अपील इन ए कोर्ट, ही विल बी डिस्क्वालिफाइड. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट केस. रिमेंबर दिस लिली थॉमस केस. राइट, अनदर इज एसोसिएशन फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक रिफॉर्म्स 2002 केस. यू हैव टू डेफिनेटली मेंशन द ईयर because there are multiple judgments on this with this particular body, so you have to remember the year. एंड इसमें ये है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट बोला कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया एफिडेविट लेना है फ्रॉम द कंटेस्टिंग कैंडिडेट्स कि इसके ऊपर कुछ क्रिमिनल का चार्जेस है क्या, या कुछ केसेस में वो कन्विक्ट हुआ या नहीं हुआ बिफोर. सो दे हैव टू कलेक्ट दिस एफिडेविट. एंड अनदर वन है पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट फाउंडेशन बिल, पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट फाउंडेशन केस 2019. इसमें यह बोला गया कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज जो भी हैं, इफ़ दे आर गिविंग टिकट टू ए पीपल विथ क्रिमिनल रिकॉर्ड, देन वो उसका पब्लिश करना है, मतलब वो पार्टी का वेबसाइट में, इसका सोशल मीडिया में, लोकल न्यूज़पेपर में पब्लिश करना है. सो देर विल बी पब्लिक अवेयरनेस विल बी जनरेटेड ऑन इट. राइट, ये आपका जुडिशियल प्रोनाउंसमेंट हो गया. राइट, देन देर शुड बी सम वे फॉरवर्ड कि हाउ वी कैन डू फॉर फ्यूचर, हाउ वी कैन कटल इट. सो इधर मैं M लिखा हूँ, इसका मतलब है दीज आर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर मेन्स पर्पस. राइट, सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज पेनल्टीज. वी हैव टू इम्पोज स्ट्रिक्ट पेनल्टीज फॉर व्हाट. हम बिफोर डिस्कस किया इन सम सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट, that candidate should file an affidavit related to their criminal cases. If they file false affidavit, if they don't give correct information, then they should be required enhanced penalties. And इधर जो important thing है ये बहुत important है. It's not just you write this suggestion, but you have to quote this report, 244th Law Commission report. This is very very important. It will give you extra half mark or something in your answer if you write this point. So you have to quote this report, right? एक तो ये. Another है dedicated election commission benches should be there in high courts. So election related cases will go to high court. Even there Lok Sabha elections, it will go to high court only. So इसमें we need dedicated election commission benches. So they will get that cases will be solved quickly. So एक another है. Third one है, we just now read about this section 11, where Election Commission of India has some power to review or reduce that sentence, that disqualification period. So we have to review that whether Election Commission should have that power or not. Another hai. And fourth one, transparency reforms. That is, political parties should become under RTI Act, so that even you and me also can put an RTI to ask for their source of funding, right? So इधर एक prelims का important है. Prelims में they can ask you that is political parties are under RTI Act. The answer is no, they are still not under RTI Act. So we finished our one topic, that is criminalization of politics, right? Let us move to the next topic, that is judicial pendency. So अभी देखो, simply just dissect these words. Judicial pendency, इसका मतलब है there is some pending cases very long in judiciary arena, right? इसका context क्या है? Supreme Court में it was seen that 88,400 cases are pending. It is one of the highest, all time highest. अब तक इतना cases pending नहीं हुआ Supreme Court में. But आपका mains के लिए this particular thing is for your mains. इधर I have written M. इसका मतलब है it is you can use it in mains. When your judicial pendency topic come in question, just to mention some of this data to start your question, and in it quote this thing, National Judicial Data Grid. So when you're writing, please quote this source, that as per National Judicial Data Grid, there are these many cases pending. So it will be your very good introduction in your mains answer, right? Introduction. So in it, if you observe, district courts में 4.6 crore pending है, and your high courts में 63 lakh pending है, and roughly around 1 lakh is pending in Supreme Court. इसका मतलब है around roughly 5.2 crore cases is pending in judiciary. Just quote this data. As per National Judicial Data Grid, 5.2 crore cases are pending in India. This will be your very good introduction for this issue, right? So हम always पढ़ते रहते हैं judicial pendency, बहुत cases pending में है court में, but why? What are the reasons? There are some reasons, right? That's why there is a pendency of the cases. So एक तो reason है judge population rate is very low. Normally judge population ratio is counted in how many judges are there per million population, right? India, the number is 21 judges. For every 10 lakh people, there is only 21 judges in India. But as per 120th Law Commission recommendation, it should be 50 judges. So it is an important data for your mains. So whenever you write some judge population ratio, quote this data. Like only 21 judges are there per million, but it should be 50 as per 120th Law Commission report, right? Another reason है, we have this alternate dispute resolution systems. For example, we have this gram nyayalayas, which are village courts and other thing. So if they solve the cases effectively, the burden on judiciary will come down. But alternative dispute resolution systems are not working as per the requirement. So it is one of the reason. And another reason है procedural inefficiencies. इसका मतलब है that we always see in the news that there are multiple appeals. Like if there is a case settled in district court, it will go to high court. From high court, it will go to Supreme Court. So always one case will get pendency across many courts. So one is multiple appeals. Another is frequent adjournments. That one case only run for years and years and years because of frequent adjournments. Another reason is vague laws, that there is ambiguous laws. So these all things are leading to procedural inefficiencies. इसका मतलब procedure में ही problems है, right? Another thing है, in every kind of these issues, there are some things, that is infrastructure का कमी है, right? Infrastructure and technology का कमी है, because even today many courts, particularly district courts, do not have sufficient infrastructure in terms of video conferencing and sufficient number of courtrooms etc. It has limited infrastructure. ये भी एक problem है. Another है finance. If you observe, this is an important data for your mains. Only 0.1% of GDP is spent on judiciary, right? As we are spending 2% on defense. Similarly, here we have to increase our finance capacity of funding judiciary, but at the moment it is 0.1% of GDP. Remember this data, it is important for your mains, right? Another thing है that it is very important factor that government itself is a litigator. If you observe 50% of cases which are pending, government itself is a litigant. So that's why the number of cases also high, particularly in land related issues and other related issues or tax related issues. Government itself is the litigator. Litigator का मतलब है that government itself is a party, right? In a case there should be two parties, right? One party is offending party, one party is defending party. So government itself, like government of India or government of some state itself, is a party for that particular case, right? What is the issues? If there is a high pendency of cases in courts, then there should be some impact. Just now we read that there are some causes, then there will be some consequences, right? So what are the consequences of this pendency? So let us see this. It is important for your mains purpose. You can see this impact. It means nothing but consequences. One is there violation of the people's fundamental rights. Why it's a violation of fundamental rights? Because there is a Supreme Court judgment in Husainara Khatun case of 1979, where it said that right to speedy trials means the trial which is against a person should be as fast as possible, because we know Article 21, right to free life, right to life and liberty. If someone is in jail, obviously inka liberty is under question. So that's why right to speedy trial will be impacted because of this under Article 1. So it is violation of fundamental rights, right? Another one, it is weakening rule of law, because if there is a pendency of cases, what will happen? The offenders will become carefree, that they think that even there are cases against me, I will get conviction very late or it will take so many years, so they will become carefree. So it will weaken your rule of law, right? Another है, it is very important angle, society angle, that is it disproportionately impact your poor. Why? If you observe 76% of prisoners, imagine there are 100 people in a prison, इसमें 76 people are under trials. इसका मतलब है that the case on them is not yet proved, but they still in jail. Means imagine if a person spent 2-3 years in jail, afterwards he came out and there is no case proved on him, but still 2-3 years he was in the jail. So most of these people under trials are SC, ST and other communities, weaker communities, right? It is also one of the impact. Another impact is economic implication. One of the another impacts are economic implications. One is litigation cost. Like whoever is a party of these cases, they have to put so much money on lawyers and other things, so it will increase your litigation cost. Litigation cost matlab to run a case, matlab to fight a case, you have to pay money to the lawyers and other things, documentation etc. Litigation cost will happen. Another thing is stalled projects. We know that many projects due to land acquisition issues, others, they will go to court and years and years they get pending, so that projects won't become fructify, right? Because of it, what will happen? It will block our infrastructure development. ये भी एक problem है. And another thing is erosion of trust. इसका मतलब है, imagine if there is a large amount of pendency of cases, as a citizen, do you want to go to case for any reason? No, because it is reducing the trust of people in the court, right? That is erosion of trust. So इधर एक term है, you have to you should understand this term and use in your exam. It is very very important term. It was given by our president Srimati Draupadi Murmu. So black coat syndrome. What is black coat syndrome? इसका मतलब in simple terms ये है that people feel anxiety and fear when they deal with cases, when they go to court and when they handle the cases, they have some fear in handling these things. Black coat is normally used by judges and lawyers, so it is related to that. Black coat syndrome means anxiety and fear of the people to deal with court cases, right? And another thing is here you have to learn this term new defense. इसका मतलब है delay in delivering the judgment itself is becoming a defense for the people, because एक offender है, what he want to increase the time for the case so that it will go on 20 years, 30 years, 40 years until he die. He want to prolong the case so that it will become his defense. So he no need to go to jail. Right? These terms you have to use and import in your exam. Another thing, what government is doing is one of the aspect as we discussed. इधर आप देखो, there are schemes and initiatives by government to reduce case pendencies. इसमें बहुत सारा सजेशंस दिया है, बट आपका एग्जाम में इतना ज़्यादा यू कांट राइट एंड यू रिमेंबर. सो इसमें मेरा एडवाइस यह है कि रिमेंबर द थिंग्स विच आर कैची एंड विच आर presently you can write, which are presently happening and which you can easily quote in your answers. One is this one, e-codes mission mode project under Digital India mission. This is going on, e-codes mission mode project. Isme what will happen, in online only you can file your cases and witness can be seen through video conferencing. You don't need to travel to the court and etc. So this will help. Also case management, everything takes place online. So it is e-codes. Right, electronically these things will happen. This thing you can quote in your answers. Another one is commercial codes under Commercial Act 2015. So now we know that many of the cases are commercial in nature, maybe tax related issues and other some related to money related issues. So as per this act, commercial codes has been established across the country. So it will lead to quicker disposal of these cases. Right. Another one is fast track courts. We always hear there is a fast track court, judgment is coming up, fast track court judgments are taking place. So इसका मतलब है through some acts there will be special courts are established. they वो उसी एक्ट का रिलेटेड का प्रॉब्लम्स को डील करते हैं. मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल इधर है NIA कोर्ट्स. इसका मतलब है अंडर NIA एक्ट सम कोर्ट्स आर स्पेशली डील ओनली फॉर NIA रिलेटेड क्राइम्स. सम आर पोक्सो courts are there, which is a prevention of sexual crimes against children. So these particular courts will only deal with these issues, so quickly they can dispose it. And another suggestion है alternate dispute resolution mechanisms. इसका मतलब है like लोक अदालत, mediation, arbitration. If you improve it, then automatically the burden on the courts will come down. So these are some of the initiatives. So what are the way forward? Right, way forward में है what we can tell to do this. One is establishment of central authority. इसका like as we just now read that there is an infrastructural problem in because many of the district courts and other courts they don't have infrastructure. For that हम क्या कर सकते हैं? एक body we can create which is National Judicial Infrastructure Authority. So it will try to fetch the funds to provide infrastructure for the courts across India. So एक काम हम कर सकते हैं. Another है ad hoc judges. इसका मतलब है for time being we can increase the strength of the judges. So just now we read that judge population ratio is very low in India. It is roughly around 21 only, but we require 50. So for some time being we can appoint these ad hoc judges. So quickly we can reduce the cases. एक तो ये है because आप observe कर सकते जो भी problems है, if you write reverse to it then it will become your suggestions. Right. Another है targets and timelines. That judges should be kept some targets that pending cases should be finished within this time. Okay, in this year the 1 lakh pending cases should be finished, and after every quarterly or half yearly performance review should be taken place on the courts. Like Bombay High Court is there, how many cases it's all like that, it should be there. And another thing है controlling adjournments. मतलब जो भी adjournments देगा it should be given on the rare of the rarest cases. Normally focus should be you solve the cases quickly as soon as possible. And another thing है litigation process practices. These litigation practices को हम solve करना है. Like you can relate with your these things called विवाद से विश्वास, even which came in विवाद से विश्वास recent scheme which came in our budget, that government is decriminalizing some of the fringe issues so that there won't be any judicial burden. Another is ADR mechanisms को हम promote करना है. These are very important things. So इसमें what value addition you can make? That if you want to get 1 or 2 marks extra in every question, see this kind of diagrams you have to make. It is a simple pyramid. We know district courts are there. There is 4.6 crore cases are pending, right? A district court है. Then 63 lakh courts pending in High Court. Then 80k crores, 88,000 cases are pending in Supreme Court. Like this diagrams you make, then it will fetch you 1 or 2 marks more compared to your friends, right? This is these things. So let us move to another topic. Another one is very important, particularly from your prelims point of view, because there are factual things are there. Let us see how we have to read it. The thing is National Medical Commission. The topic is the National Medical Commission. Why it is in news? Because it recently completed 5 years. So whenever a body completed 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years or 75 years something, then question is high chance question will come. Let us see this. National Medical Commission, why it is important to us. One is 5 years is completed. So first thing you should remember, it is a statutory body. In most of the times prelims exam, they just ask you that this body is a constitutional body, this body is a statutory body. So this body NMC is statutory body because it has a law. Statutory body means it has a law through which this body emerged. So the name also same, National Medical Commission Act 2019. Through it this body came, right? That's why it is a statutory body. So prelims के लिए बहुत important है. Another in it replaced the Medical Council of India, right? It is also prelims बहुत important है because there is a PYQ question. It was asked that Niti Ayog replaced which? Niti Ayog replaced the Planning Commission, right? Similarly, there is a question can come, National Medical Commission replaced which? It replaced the Medical Council of India. So this is also prelims के लिए बहुत important है. Let us move to another. So see this, it is very very important. One is composition and there are some bodies in it. Composition is not that much important because we know that there will be a chairman in it. There is only one chairman. And this is not very important related to 10 ex officio members, 21 part-time members. This is important for your constitutional bodies. But see, this is important. There are 4 autonomous bodies under it. So there is a chance that the UPSC want to confuse you, and so they can give something names of this and they can ask you, is this bodies under it? So just remember here too, we know this, there is undergraduate, there is postgraduate. These are 2 types of studies. So as this body itself is dealing with medical education, it will deal with both undergraduate and postgraduate. It is just education board, medical education board, common name, right? एक तो हो गया, 2 bodies are done. One is undergraduate, another is postgraduate. So उसके बाद another one is rating board, medical assessment and rating board, because this body will give ratings to the other state level bodies and other things. So there is some rating related thing is there. And another thing है, since it's a regulatory body, it should take registrations of the medical colleges and hospitals, etc. So for that there is a registration board. So repeat after me. There are 4 bodies under it. One is undergraduate, another is postgraduate, one is rating to give rating to another bodies, another is registration to register the people, right? So this is particularly important for your prelims. So for any body there will be some functions, right? Every body was established to solve some issues. So there are some functions it will do. So this is your mains. For mains it is important, but it is very simple thing है. इसमें ज़्यादा explain करने का कुछ नहीं है. It is very simple explanatory. But let us see. Policy and standards. It will set standards for medical education and research के लिए it will put some policy standards, right? Another one है healthcare planning, because it's a medical body, so obviously it will take care of healthcare to some extent, right? Another one है coordination, because in India has so many states and so many state level bodies, so it will have a coordination between them. Another one है oversight. इसका मतलब है it will monitor the compliance, because it is keeping some policies. So with policies without some monitoring it is of no use. So it will monitor whether its policies are adhered, मतलब उसका policies people and bodies follow कर रहा है या नहीं. So उसके लिए वो देखेगा. Another है ethics. We know that bioethics, medical ethics are important. So there should be some ethics code. It should be practiced by the doctors. Another है fee regulation. So this is very important for your prelims. See this. So इसमें क्या है? Free regulation. Imagine there are 100 private seats in India. Right? Imagine just there are 100 private seats in India. So under its control only 50% seats will come. Another 50% seats will be under the control of the private colleges itself. So इसलिए this thing you should remember. Otherwise exam में पूछेगा all private seats are fee regulated by this body, but that is false, because only 50% of the private seats are regulated by it, right? उसके बाद it provides license also for community health providers, right? These are some of its functions. It is for mains purpose, but only this one. Fee regulation is only 50% of private seats, and licensing, it will also provide license for community health providers. Community health provider मतलब they are not MBBS, but कुछ normally RMP and other traditional medicine, these kind of people, right? Then for every body, as they have powers, there is some issues also. राइट. एवरीथिंग कांट बी 100% पॉजिटिव. सो इसका साथ कुछ इश्यूज भी हैं, राइट. वी हैव टू नो दैट इश्यूज़ क्या हैं. एक तो है इसमें अकाउंटेबिलिटी थोड़ा कम है. क्यों? बिकॉज इट्स ए मेडिकल कमीशन. सो इसमें डॉक्टर्स का डोमिनेशन ज़्यादा होता है. सो बिकॉज ऑफ डॉक्टर्स डोमिनेशन अदर एक्सपर्ट्स सिटीजन वॉइसेस सर थोड़ा कम है. इसके वजह से इसमें अकाउंटेबिलिटी का प्रॉब्लम है, राइट. एंड इसमें अनदर इशू है, इसमें अपील्स आर मेड ओनली बाय रजिस्टर्ड मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर बिकॉज ऑफ विच सिटीजन्स अनएबल टू कंप्लेन मच टू दिस बॉडी. एक तो ये है. अनदर वन है फी रेगुलेशन का प्रॉब्लम है. क्यों? हम इधर जस्ट नाउ रीड किया ओनली 50% ऑफ प्राइवेट सीट्स आर रेगुलेटेड बाय इट. इट्स फीस इज रेगुलेटेड बाय इट. देन अनदर 50 इज लीवन फ्री फॉर द प्राइवेट. सो इट लीड्स टू एक्सक्लूडिंग ऑफ द पुअर स्टूडेंट्स. सो ये एक इशू है. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस बोथ. सो बी कॉशियस अबाउट इट. अनदर इज एथिक्स ओवरसाइट. इसके पास एथिक्स का गाइडलाइंस तो है, बट द प्रॉब्लम है इसकी इसके पास इसमें ज़्यादा जुडिशियल पीपल एंड अदर पीपल आर नॉट देयर एंड इसमें टाइमलाइंस आर नॉट एग्जैक्टली नॉट मैंशनड. सो इसके वजह से इसको एनफोर्स करना थोड़ा दिक्कत आ रहा है इसमें. अनदर वन है नेशनल मेडिकल रजिस्टर है, इसके पास है, बट इसका अपडेटिंग एंड वेरीफाइंग इज़ नॉट हैपनिंग ऑन टाइम. इट इज़ वेरी स्लो. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स, राइट. तो इसमें कंक्लूजन वी कैन राइट कि एस्टेब्लिशमेंट इज़ ए स्टेप इन राइट डायरेक्शन, but it has some challenges. We should come across with inclusivity, ethical oversight. It can be your good conclusion, right. So it is mostly important, this topic is mostly important for your prelims point of view. So revise the points which I mentioned P here, so it will be helpful for you, as on this lines PYQ questions has already came, right. Next let us move to the section news in shorts, right. And this is majorly important for your mains point of view, this India and French political systems, because in recently there is one question came that what is the difference between elections of French and Indian president. There is a direct 15 marker question. What is the difference between election process of French and Indian president, right. So we have to know major differences of India and French, India USA, India UK, because they already came in exam. Let us see this. Why there is a context. What is the context? Because recently French parliament passed a no confidence motion against its government. So that's why it is in news. So in simple terms, French parliament passed a no confidence motion, right. Let us see a comparison. So comparison में there will be some similarities also, there will be some differences also. Similarities क्या है इसमें? एक तो है both are Republican governments. Republican का मतलब है your president is elected person, right. But in India and France it is elected president, but in UK it is monarchy, right. So similarities is Republican form of government. Another है bicameral legislature, मतलब जो सेंट्रल में जो बॉडी है it has two bodies. India has Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Similarly France has two bodies. This is first point. This is second point. Third one is both are democracies. And another point is liberty, equality, fraternity. ये आपका प्रीलिम्स के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्यों? Because we know that constitution borrowing liberty, equality and fraternity is taken from French constitution. So it is important for your prelims. Question can come on this, right. Then see the differences between these things. So आपको इधर क्या करना है, just remember 3 to 4 points and see the differences. Just write the exact table as per the question, then your work is done, right. And it is important for your prelims also, because they simply ask like France and India commonalities or something, they can ask you. So have a clear understanding of it. One is constitutional model. इंडिया का है पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ रिपब्लिक. इसका मतलब है पीएम इज़ द रियल पावर सेंटर बट प्रेसिडेंट इज सेरेमोनियल, मतलब नॉमिनल हेड है, ठीक है. बट फ्रांस में ये है इट हैज़ सेमी प्रेसिडेंशियल. इसका मतलब प्रेसिडेंट आल्सो पावरफुल एंड पीएम आल्सो पावरफुल. देयर आर टू पावर सेंटर्स, राइट. दिस इज द फर्स्ट डिफरेंस. Ours is parliamentary republic and there is semi presidential, right. Another है procedure to elect president. In India we know that it is indirect election, right. People from Lok Sabha and people from assemblies generally vote for our president, but in France it is a direct election. Universal adult suffrage means a citizen directly elected their president. So these are two differences. Then see the third one, removing the prime minister. In India we know that no confidence motion is passed in Lok Sabha, right. But in France it is little bit complex. It is generally PM is appointed by the president, right? He has some discretion in if there is a weak mandate, but at the same time, assembly will vote for no confidence motion. A kind of similarity is there here also, a small difference. And see here, federalism. Ours is quasi-federal, right? Means we are federal, we have center, we have state, but center has some of the more powers. But here in France, it is completely unitary. That is the centralized authority only. But local governments are there. They work as an agents of the central, right? And another one, this is very, very important. Approach to secularism. Multiple times UPSC Mains has asked questions on secularism issues between India and West, or there is a direct question from the secularism difference between India and France, right? Our secularism approach is positive. इसका मतलब है we maintain neutrality, equal distance from all religion. But if इसमें कुछ problem आ गया religion में, then we will intervene also. Like untouchability issue is a religious issue, but we entered and we abolished it. Similarly, triple talaq and other issues are there. Then also government intervene, right? We have a positive secularism. But French secularism, which they call it as laissette, it is strict separations. इसका मतलब है रिलीजन में स्टेट का कोई रोल नहीं है, वो इंटरफेयर भी नहीं करेगा, राइट? सो दीज आर द मेजर डिफरेंसेस यू हैव टू नो. लेट अस मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो इन दिस वन it is Vishakhapatnam declaration. This is important for prelims. A direct question you can expect sometimes. Vishakhapatnam declaration is in news. It is related to what? They can ask you this much direct questions. So please remember, whenever a declaration word come with some another word, you have to know in which conference or in which meeting that particular declaration has come up, and this declaration is related to what. So these things you should know. So Vishakhapatnam declaration, what is the context? There is a national conference on e-governance took place, which is 20th declaration, 20th conference. So in this conference, it took place in Vishakhapatnam, which is in Andhra Pradesh. So that's why the declaration is on its name, Vishakhapatnam declaration. So now you understood, right? So whenever a question comes, Vishakhapatnam declaration means what? It is related to e-governance. Remember this keyword, Vishakhapatnam declaration is related to e-governance. It was accepted in 20th National Conference on e-governance. So there are some proposals will be there in this declaration. What are they? See this. So e-governance, we know the basic constituents of e-governance. This is, until this much it is for your mains. What it is? What is its vision? Vision normally we can guess inclusive, citizen-centric, transparent, right? Another है e-governance का मतलब itself is कि technology driven, means we have to use artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain technology, etc. for governance purpose, right? इसके लिए these are the some of the things are there. You should know about these things. Bhashini is a AI translator, right? Language translator. Digiyatra is in your airports, we use it for identification of the passengers. Another one है replication of successful model. इसका मतलब है कोई स्टेट कुछ अच्छा मॉडल इसको है, then replicated in other states like E-Khata in Bengaluru, Rohini Gram Panchayat. So these are your mains related examples you can quote, right? Then another one है grassroots. इसका मतलब है villages में and north east places में connectivity increase करो, internet का etc. right? This is for your mains. So what is important for your prelims? See this. These are the things important for your prelims because they can ask you directly questions. One, cyber security and resilience. ये तो we know that, we can guess it, but the thing here is, see these terms. What is zero trust architecture? It is very very important for your prelims. इसका मतलब है, देखो द नेम जीरो ट्रस्ट, मतलब कोई ट्रस्ट ही नहीं है. इसका मतलब है डोंट बिलीव एनी पर्सन और एनी गैजेट इज एरर फ्री और वायरस फ्री. एवरीथिंग को डाउट करो, एवरीथिंग को एवरी लेवल पे ऑथेंटिकेट करो, लाइक यूजिंग सम टोकन्स, यूजिंग सम डिजिटल कोड्स एक्सेट्रा. एवरी पर्सन का ऑथेंटिसिटी चेक करो. इसका मतलब है ज़ीरो ट्रस्ट. एवरी ट्रांजैक्शन में एवरी पर्सन का आइडेंटिटी, एवरी डिवाइस का ऑथेंटिसिटी आप वेरीफाई करना है. सो ज़ीरो ट्रस्ट आर्किटेक्चर रिलेटेड टू ई गवर्नेंस और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिजिटल थिंग्स. अनदर थिंग है, व्हाट इज दिस पोस्ट क्वांटम सिक्योरिटी? सी दिस वर्ड, पोस्ट क्वांटम सिक्योरिटी. क्वेश्चन कैन डायरेक्टली आस्क व्हाट इज पोस्ट क्वांटम सिक्योरिटी फ्यूचर्स और समथिंग. इसका मतलब सिंपल है, अभी जो पोस्ट क्वांटम टेक्नोलॉजी है, क्वांटम कंप्यूटर्स, दे आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू ब्रेक द एनक्रिप्शन. राइट नाउ वी यूज एनक्रिप्शन टू सेव आवर थिंग्स फ्रॉम हैकिंग. but quantum computers can easily break them. So either post matlab after coming of quantum computers we have to protect ourselves using some cryptographic technologies. So इसलिए वर्ड यूज़ किया पोस्ट क्वांटम, मतलब क्वांटम कंप्यूटर आने के बाद हाउ वी डील विद आवर सिक्योरिटीज़. सो पोस्ट क्वांटम सिक्योरिटी. सो दिस थिंग्स यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. अनदर है एग्रीकल्चर रिलेटेड नेशनल एग्री स्टैक. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. स्टैक मतलब सम बंडल, मतलब सम थिंग्स को आप एक बंडल में कीप किया, इसका मतलब होता है स्टैक. बट इधर बोला नेशनल एग्री स्टैक. जो भी एग्रीकल्चर रिलेटेड टेक्नोलॉजीज है इसका पूरा इफ़ यू ब्रिंग टुगेदर एंड बंडल देम टुगेदर, इफ़ यू कीप देम इन वन प्लेस, इट बिकम योर स्टैक, नेशनल एग्री स्टैक. इतना रिमेंबर करना काफ़ी है, राइट. सो दिस इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, right. So another one, so here see this related news. So related news में क्या है? So world's first AI minister appointed in Albania. So this is very very important for your prelims. Again the question can simply come, world's first AI minister appointed in which country or something like that, or it can be used as a matching also. They can give one side the name, another side the future of it, like the DLA or Albania they give, another side they give some of the important thing. So you should know this thing. See the name of that ministry is Diella and it is related to Albania. Just remember these two keywords. One is world's first AI minister in Albania, in country, and its name is Diella. This much is enough for this question. But your UPSC man should tell you that as questions are coming on countries and countries in the news, you should know Albania का map का location क्या है. इतना तो we have to search, right. So Albania, if you observe in map, it is in Mediterranean coast, right. It is in Mediterranean coast, and also it is in contact. Albania is in contact with some of the important water bodies. One is Ionian Sea, right. One is Ionian Sea. Another one is your Adriatic Sea. So Adriatic Sea. So the Ionian and Adriatic Sea are in Mediterranean Sea only. So that's why this Albania is in bordering Ionian Sea, Adriatic Sea. Since it is bordering these two, it means it is bordering Mediterranean Sea also. So these much things we should know. And there is a strait. There is a strait of Otranto. Strait of Otranto. Between what? Between Albania and Italy. Albania and Italy, there is a strait of Otranto, because PYQ questions are asking on straits. So you should know this much, right. So this much is enough for your prelims. Let us move to next topic. So it is important for your prelims because it's a factual one. We should remember these things. Immigration and Foreigners Exemption Order 2025. Exemption means there are some people उनको exemption दिया गया under this act. Who are they? So context is Union Home Ministry has notified some orders. In it there are some exemptions from this act. Let us see who are they. They can ask you directly that some of the following sections under the below are exempted from this particular act. Who are they? Let us see who are they. See this. They are. See the key highlights of the order. One is exemption कौन है? This you can remember with some logic. I say you can't remember 1111 because it is difficult for you. Let us see how we have to remember. One is Indian Armed Forces on duty. If you are armed forces people are in duty, they are not required to give their passport or visa. There are other things to verify them, right. एक तो ये हो गया. Another is Nepalese and Bhutanese. हमको पता है Nepal and Bhutan have some special considerations from India side. So Nepal and Bhutan people in some specified borders, they no need to show their passports and visas, right. And then same Tibetan also. Some of the Tibetans with some who have registration, they also no need to show this passport and visa things, right. Another thing you should remember this Citizenship Amendment Act has come into force. In it there are some provisions, right, that Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians, these 6 religious minorities in which countries you can remember BAP, that is Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Pakistan. From these states who are entered into in India in before 2024, they also no need to showcase this passport and visa. Even they entered with invalid documents, they are exempted under this act because this act exempted them. This particular act also exempted these people, right. Another one है Sri Lankan Tamils. This is also very important because we know that India Sri Lanka issue. Sri Lankan Tamils who have got the shelter in India before 2015, इसका भी क्या है exemption है, right. So these are some of the major things. एंड दिस अनदर वन इज है वीसा एग्जाम्पशंस. दिस इज ईजी टू रिमेंबर. एक तो है हु आर डिप्लोमेट्स एंड ऑफिशियल पीपल, they no need to show the, because they have some agreements, so they no need to show their passports. Another is who are eligible for visa on arrival. We have so many schemes that if particular country people then can come to India, they can take visa on the arrival. मतलब when they come to Indian airport they can take. उसको भी ज़रूरत नहीं है, इसलिए we call it visa on arrival. Another one है military personnel visiting a naval ship. मतलब we normally conduct the exercise, military exercise something. There is a military person from America and other place coming in a warship, right? उसको भी इसको ज़रूरत नहीं है, right? So here we should know some of the major things, right? We are UPSC aspirants and there are previous questions. They asked the difference between what is difference between judicial custody and police custody, and what is the difference between furlough and parole. So here also you should know what is the difference between passport and visa. जब हम ऑलवेज सुनते रहते हैं पासपोर्ट नहीं है, वीसा नहीं है, समथिंग, बट वाई टू टर्म्स. इसका मतलब है द बोथ हैव डिफरेंट मीनिंग्स. क्या है वो? पासपोर्ट का मतलब है वोन कंट्री will give that, home country. Like if I have a passport, if I am Indian, इसका मतलब है Indian government has given me passport. It means that it is given my own country. And what it will tell? It just tell my identity. मतलब this is the person, इसका address ये है, इसका something related, he is Indian citizen, so it will give that. Passport means given by home country. It is provide the identity of the person, right? फिर वीसा क्या होगा? वीसा का मतलब है परमिट. अनदर कंट्री आपको परमिशन देगा टू एंटर into its soil. फॉर एग्जाम्पल if there is an American visa, इसका मतलब है अमेरिकन कंट्री given you permission to enter into America, right? It is given by foreign country. इतना differences पता करना is enough है, right? So by this we successfully completed our polity section. I know it took little time, but I want to do some value addition to your preparation because these are very very important from prelims point of view and mains point of view. So as I have written prelims and mains, this PDF will be available in my Telegram channel. Please take it from there, and wherever P is written, prepare revise it for prelims purpose. Wherever M is written, please revise it for your mains purpose. Thank you.